What's up, everybody? Welcome back to From the Crypt. I'm Derek, and some of you right now are a little confused. Where's Jacob? Or where's that weird guy Toby that you guys normally have on? There's normally two of you. That is true. This is definitely different from our usual format. We'll still be doing our regular stuff. And actually, tomorrow, we got a video coming out discussing Deadpool 1 and 2, since Deadpool and Wolverine is just literally, 8 days away? Yeah, 8 days away. So we will still be doing our normal thing. So don't worry. This is just added content for everybody because I wanted to try and do something a little bit different. Jacob normally handles all the recording, the editing, uploading, all that fun stuff, and I would just talk. That's basically all I would do. I would come up with topics and we would discuss them. But I just wanted to try and get my hands dirty in it because honestly, this is fun for me talking about movies. So I wanted to try and start learning those processes as well. So that way, if there is any kind of issue and Jacob's busy or sick or hurt, God forbid, I would still be able to put something out and we wouldn't just be completely screwed. So basically, I'm going to start doing solo videos. They're not going to be super long like our normal in-depth discussions, but just quick here and there, just kind of growing my own personal skills with this. So I will say, please just bear with me. But today, I really wanted to talk about a movie that I didn't even realize its anniversary was today until my son asked me about the movie. And that movie is The Dark Knight. This movie, this glorious movie right here, turned 16 years old today. And, well, quick math for you, July 18th, 2008 is when it was released. This movie stars Christian Bale, Michael Caine, Aaron Eckhart, Maggie Gyllenhaal, and the late, great Heath Ledger. Now, most simple plot description ever. Batman scares the mob. The mob hires Joker. Joker does some crazy stuff. Batman fights Joker. Some of you are like, that plot description sucks. Well, you come up with a simpler way of describing it and let me know, and then we can re-edit it and I'll put yours in there. Okay? But, couple things I do want to discuss about the movie real quick. The recasting of Rachel Dawes. Katie Holmes was in Batman Begins as Rachel. She did amazing. Maggie Gyllenhaal was Rachel in The Dark Knight. She did amazing as well. So I guess what I'm saying is I don't have an issue with the actresses because they're both phenomenal and great. I just have an issue with recastings, which if you've seen our Mummy franchise review that we did, you will already know Jacob and I both are not fans of recastings. They can actually completely tank a movie. Might have happened with a Mummy movie. Maybe you should check that out. But other than that, everyone else was great. Aaron Eckhart, new to the series as Harvey Dent and Two-Face, which he's not, thank goodness. He is not anything like the Tommy Lee Jones, just batshit crazy Two-Face. He's more, the way I always took it was he's sad, he's grieving, there's a lot going on up here, but then also there's a lot going on like I think it's actually his left side, because yeah, half of his face gets burnt off. And let me just say, remind everybody again, this movie came out in 2008. Let that process, and then think about how good that CG was. Absolutely phenomenal, especially compared to some of the crap that we're getting nowadays. Michael Caine and Christian Bale, they returned from Batman Begins. Both awesome. Michael Caine is my favorite Alfred out of the whole bunch because if you think about TV shows or movies, there's a lot of Alfreds. And some might say, I can't remember his name I can't remember his name from the first 4 Batman movies, Keaton through Clooney. He is a lot of people's just their Alfred, but Michael Caine, 100% mine. Christian Bale, while he is not my favorite Batman or Bruce Wayne combo, that's not a knock because it's Christian Bale. And Christian Bale is just great in everything he does, whether it's Terminator Salvation, which I know a lot of people are like, why do you think that's great? I'm a Terminator fan. Shut up, all right? Or especially American Psycho, which is so good. But the point is, Christian Bale is great in everything that he does. I have yet to see him in a bad movie. So I guess if you know of a bad Christian Bale performance, comment it down below, because I would love to debate that, because I don't think it's possible. But then, let's talk about Heath Ledger. As I've already said, the late, great Heath Ledger. First off, R.I.P., because Heath Ledger was a great actor. I may not have been a big fan of his work. In 10 Things I Hate About You, I thought he was good. I never liked A Knight's Tale, and I know, I already feel the tomatoes and the pitchforks. But nonetheless, Heath Ledger was a great actor. Even if, at the time, some of us may have been a little bit pissed off that he got casted for the Joker and thought it was going to be awful. Not saying anybody in this room that I'm in by myself said that and ate their words for it. But, okay, let's stop beating around the bush. I thought Heath Ledger was going to be awful about this. Awful at the Joker. I didn't think he would pull it off. And I literally said this movie's going to be awful. Never have I eaten my words so hard. And also, it made me more optimistic for just future movies in general. Like, if they cast somebody, you're like, huh? No. Why'd they cast him? Give it a second. Just wait. Check it out before you judge, because eating my words don't taste very good at all. But Heath Ledger's performance, absolutely phenomenal. I know some people don't necessarily like his portrayal of the Joker. And yes, there are some people I've talked to that they don't really care for it. I don't understand it personally, because every main line this Joker said, you want to know how I got these scars? Or, you want to see a magic trick? Just glued. I'm sitting there as how old was I? I was 21. I was like, yeah, I want to see a freaking magic trick. What's it going to be? He was just, I could not look away from Heath Ledger during any scene he was in. Just phenomenal, perfect. I said it. Perfect. Just, yeah. Moving on. Now, a little bit about this movie, just from my own personal perspectives. I saw this movie 5 times in theaters. Saw it at a midnight showing the day it came out. So those of us that are very old, sit and think. And by very old, I obviously mean in your 30s. Think about that. Midnight release. We haven't had one of those in, about 12 years now. Which that's a topic for another discussion, but still. And then literally that same day, I called into work. It was a Friday night. I went and watched the movie again. So that's 2 of the times I saw it. I think, if I'm being honest with you, I'm pretty sure I saw it again the following Sunday, because I did have to work that Saturday. But yeah, 5 times in theaters saw this movie. It's actually tied with Anchorman as the movies that I've seen most in theaters. Because, I mean, obviously, Anchorman, you go to see it that many times because all the lines are so good. This movie, I'm serious. Heath Ledger's performance was just mesmerizing. And I wanted to see more of it, as much as I possibly could. Yeah. But I'll just go, I think I've already said it, but yeah, this is my favorite comic book movie of all time. It's top 5 favorite movies in general of all time. And it felt wrong not to talk about it on its birthday, because this movie was a very important movie for me. And also, in my opinion, it added needed depth to the superhero comic book movie just pool. Because you look at some of the stuff that was coming out around that time. Superman Returns. What is there? Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. Even Iron Man came out. Now, I'm not knocking on Iron Man at all, because at least those movies had a plan. Kevin had the plan. But these other ones, Daredevil, Elektra. They were just kind of like, hey, you know what? We'll get somebody in a costume. They'll fight some bad guys. Boom, $100 million. No, that isn't the case. Those movies have faded, dare I say, into obscurity, whereas this one still stands tall because it added the depth that this genre needed. It made you care about the characters, not just like, oh no, are they going to beat the bad guy? But it's like, oh god, Bruce Wayne's got a lot going on right now. And another thing that it did, I guess at least with Two-Face, I understood the villain. Like, I got it this time. Like, in those other movies, I can't remember the Fantastic Four movies off the top of my head, but Daredevil, for instance, it's like, I didn't care about Bullseye. And I definitely really didn't give a shit about Kingpin either. But this is like, I was invested in Harvey Dent. Just good character development all around. So yeah, I guess that's going to cut it short. Cut it short. God, if I could talk, that would be awesome. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here. Like I said, just real quick, wanted to talk about it. And then if people like me forgot and you see this, hey, treat yourself. Watch it tonight. Or you know what? Just watch it any day of the week. But today's a little more important. But yeah, don't forget to like the video, please. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on Dark Knight. And yeah, also, if you would subscribe to the channel, that'd be super duper cool too. It would help us grow the channel. So that way we could do more stuff like this, or more episodes of Jacob and I's regularly scheduled content. So, I guess what I'm saying is, have a good one, and we'll catch you next time.